Well, there's a big difference between a 1956 Bel Air and a 2008 Fish Air. A Fish Air. What is a Fish Air? Let me show you guys. The Fish Air starts with a 1956 body, and with a touch of a couple of buttons, we can slam into the ground. So now the whole look of the outside completely changes. So what's the big deal? We just airbagged it. Well, there's a couple more things for it to become a Fish Air. First thing, we suicide these doors, so there's a lot of open space in the car. Now, we modernize the inside with all the new electronics of today's world. DVD player, iPods, TV, navigation, Bluetooth, all the cool stuff that we need in today's world. 2 6.5s, mids and highs in the floors, fiberglass floor, the whole thing, lighting up the corners, the edges of the floor just like the new cars, rebuilding new door panels, having cool toys like the Xbox 360, wireless remote controls, and a spot for your iPod Nano. This is where the old Bel Air speaker used to be at, and when you close it up, it all disappears, and it looks like it came like that from factory. So that's one of the many changes in the inside. Everything was following the whole Bel Air shape on the car, so you guys can see some of it is factory and some of it is not. Okay, all that is new in the middle, and these seats were out of a 65 Thunderbird. I needed something with metal. And then the back here was all built from scratch. Could not do much with the old seat, so we had to build the seats from scratch. So you guys can see the elegance of this interior. The fact that there's no carpet and the floor. It's just a whole fiberglass floor. And you guys can see the transition between the paint, the suede, the aluminum, and the vinyl on the floor to keep the elegance. So now that's big changes here of the interior of the car. Just beautiful, beautiful. Just keeping that chrome and silver and blue theme throughout the whole car. Now we move to the rear deck. You guys can see, following the 3 stages, the same thing that we have in the dashboard. Now we move into the trunk. This car was sponsored by Kenwood. So we have to add a lot of electronics to this vehicle. But you guys can see, we got the Fish Air grills, yeah, and we're still following the whole Bel Air shape on the car. But it's the unexpected, not knowing what's going to happen next. And okay, that opened up. So what's going to happen next? Well, we needed to show some electronics here in order to have Kenwood pay for this project. And you guys can see how I'm still following the whole Bel Air shape to the whole vehicle. And when it closes up, you would never imagine that any of these electronics are going to be coming out of here. And yes, it's Fishmanaudio Customs. I am the Fishman, and if you need to get a hold of me, you can email me at fishmanaudio@yahoo.com or call my cell phone 386-453-1400. 1866. And if you want to have it custom like pretty much nobody else has in the past, I'm your man. This was the front cover of Car Audio Magazine and Electronics a couple of years ago, and you guys can see that was the cover of the Bel Air fan, you know, where the old speaker grill used to be. That was the cover right there. And so this is the place right here, Fishmanaudio Customs.